Hello, Nikoheart here. Welcome on into a very cool preview build of Karma the Dark World. Now, only a select few people have got the opportunity to check this preview build, say like IGN or certain press outlets, but Camille from Y Productions gave me the opportunity to check this out, to create some content for you as well, so that for my community and for those who are inquisitive about Karma the Dark World can check out this game very, very soon. No release date just yet, but I hope it's soon. I can't wait to play this game. It's looking to be fantastic. The demo is still out for those who want to check it out. What I'm going to be showing you is not in a demo. This is completely new content, and it's about 15 minutes of new content. So this is going to be within Act 2 of the game. So from what we were in the demo, that demo is, I guess, like the precursor to this as well, like Act 1 per se, where we get to play more as like Sean and kind of like understand his role in Leviathan and how everything's not all shaped up to be. Trust me, just play the demo. You'll understand more when you get to check it out. It's so cool. This is going to be one of the games that I'm probably going to be maining for a while as a speedrun. It's I love these kind of like horror walking simulate. Well, I say walking simulators, but like the horror driven experience games. So yeah, genuinely, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what the lore is. I can't wait to see what the story's like. The story from the demo was already extremely captivating. So the preview build adds a little bit more extra detail. So it's going to be cool. For the introduction of the game, I'll be turning my camera off so that people who may not have seen any other footage of the preview build yet can enjoy the intro in its full glory. We are going to be skipping over, obviously as a speedrun, we are going to be skipping over a lot of like the lore. We're going to be skipping over the documentations and the kind of the terminals that you can access. Again, end goal, try to get to the end as fast as possible. I am coding the auto splitter for this game as well. I'm having a little bit of issues with the current preview build ending screen, so I am going to manually split at the end. Without further ado, let's get into this preview build and the speedrun. So, camera's going off. Please enjoy the introduction of this demo preview build.
The Thought Bureau's missions are always confidential. Handlers and operators maintain a neutral relationship with one another. The more they know, the more dangerous it is. In the operations, everyone can be the hunter and the hunted. Nightcrawlers. That's what the people in the city call us. The Thought Bureau describes my duty as roam. Compared to the number of midnight operations, we spend most of our time in other people's brains, listening to what you hear and watching what you see. I don't know how long it's been since I last returned home. Where even is my home? All I remember is ever since Leviathan told me that my mother had passed away, I've devoted all my effort and time to my work. I guess, if she was still alive, she'd hate my job. I'm sure she'd say, once you start working for them, you'll become less and less of a good person. I'm thinking, maybe it isn't the job that changed me. Maybe this is just how I've always been. April 30th, 1976. It's the 4th year since I joined Leviathan's Thought Bureau. It's taken me 8 whole years to finally discover who I am.
It's a pretty cool starting visuals. I love the concept. I love the storyline already. It's interesting as well for it being 1976 and how you've got like those CRT televisions and how everything's quite, it almost feels futuristic, but not. It's done really, really well though. So now we're going to go in, we're going to immediately go over to the right and we're going to be triggering a cutscene in which we're going to be talking to the gentleman of this establishment. I'd say this, I don't exactly know his full role, but they'll be telling us their role momentarily, and we get to know a little bit more about where we're at. Here we go.
Welcome. Welcome.
I'm Daniel McGovern, a Rome agent from the Thought Bureau. My company ID is 8490.
Rome, huh? I'm Fred Ebbett, the current chief of this facility. Welcome to the Winston Research Institute.
See, it's funny, right there, I thought,
backdoor,
because it went dark, I thought he was beheaded a little bit there. So, it's not, he's just ducked down
don't talk a lot.
and greeting us.
I thought this was just an ordinary theft.
Because this game does like to scare you a little bit. You never know of the headless gentleman that's
Looks like
roamed the
there's,
area.
More to it. You see, as a level B citizen, I'm familiar with your rules. Outsiders like me should not question, nor intervene.
Listen, Mr. Ebbett. You only have to tell me where the mailroom is. I need to receive a document from the Thought Bureau right now. Please don't
Hey,
hold me up
calm
in my
down.
duties.
I know you're here to look into that freak, Shawn Mendes. To your left, in the room where the lights are still on. Still, pardon me for saying this, but what happened at the Research Institute today was abnormal.
Right, so from this point, we have to... Once we actually do regain our movement, we need to press shift immediately. We can't just hold it to run, so you need to make sure you are optimizing when you are holding run. We're skipping over a few little documents that kind of like gives him some more dialogue, so all the items that we interact with, he does talk a little bit as well. But this is the machine that we insert our ID cards for us to be able to receive that documentation that Daniel is requesting. So immediately we go get this thing. We got to move over to the right and open up, and then quickly put it away, get our ID card out, and we're on to the next progress. Now, I figured out just before we started, before I started doing the run,
It looks like
that
an
you
ordinary
don't
theft,
need to
but I
interact.
mustn't take it lightly.
You don't
I'll
need to
check out
interact
Sean's
with that terminal
workplace
at all.
first.
Oh.
Perhaps
You
I
can
should
just
take a look
skip.
at the telescreen.
Yeah, so they say you
Mr.
can look at
Abbott?
the telescreen. You don't have to at all.
Perhaps he went home.
What I will do,
Good timing to take a look upstairs.
is there is a little sort of like a jump scare bit that will happen. I'll show you, even though I wasn't planning to, because I know it's not fast, but look at this. Don't look back.
What was that?
I don't know what that was, but I'll tell you what, it's not normal. Some kind of ghostly apparition that appears. Right, there's a little puzzle here to be able to get the code, and I'll explain that in just a second. 0815. So we get the level E ID card, for which we go into this door. We keypad over to it, and then we insert the card, and then we're good to go. Now, the fun thing about this preview build is that there is actually some achievements that you can unlock. There's like a little lipstick thing over to the right where it has like a little codes where basically gives you some more like hidden lore, basically. I think there's 3 achievements that you can achieve through it. One of them I haven't got, which requires you to understand another puzzle, but I digress. I'll figure that out one out later. I'm going to turn this down a little bit as well, just because he does groan he does groan and pant a little bit during this this endeavor of going through the vents. But what was I going to say? So yeah, the puzzle for that one kind of requires you to look into the telescreen, and the code is kind of like aimed at missing painting, which has a clock in it, and you have to look at the clock, and the hands are the position of, like, the numbers is the code basically of like 0815, like 8:15 a.m. basically. There we go. So that's kind of like what the puzzle for that one is. It took me a while to get that one, but it was a really well done puzzle.
What on earth happened here?
Now, there's another puzzle that you have to do here, which basically you have to figure out like what the current date is. Oh, wrong way. And to do that, you kind of have to turn on the power to be able to get your ID into the telescreen, and then from that point, you kind of look at the last logs of the observation of the CCTV, and from that you can determine that it's the 4th of April. So it's going to be 0430. And that's kind of how you do that. So the kind of the puzzles that they're doing within this preview build is very sort of like, you have to look at the evidence that is provided, and that evidence will, that evidence will give you exactly what you need, basically. Everything is all part of the details, basically. And wrong way. I keep on forgetting this. Okay, so I keep on overshooting because I keep on thinking about the next part, basically. So the fuses that we need to get to restore power to the area, which we then would do the puzzle, is in here. So it's nice that they get to like reuse a few of the same different areas. Like, you know, once you got an item, then you have the ability to continue and stuff for that. So here we go. We need to go mouse over to the fuse. And then
Nice.
we're going to
All I have to do now is find Shawn Mendes' desk.
skip going to the right because we don't need to do that. And again, the code is 0430. So here we go. 0430. That will open up Shawn Mendes' locked desk. It's kind of funny that like that is password operated. I love it.
Well done, Rome Agent. Please turn in all evidence through the pneumatic tube. You will then proceed to interrogate the criminal who betrayed the company. But remember, if I serve...
I will echo.
That's a very menacing company motto, isn't it? Now, this is what is the fun bit here.
Shawn.
So you do find out for the demo that like Shawn obviously does have a false leg, and seeing that in its light now, and you can hear the way that they're walking and the thumping of that wooden leg is a really cool indicator of what's to come as well. Like I'm very curious about how Shawn's whole personality is going to be striving throughout this, so we'll see. Right, so I don't know the full quickest way to do this yet, but from what I can tell is that we have to go through here, look inside of here, then come back around. No, okay, so I was wrong. So we have to look at this card. I don't know if we have to look at this book either, but I think it might be just the cards, which will then move these inanimate objects, mannequins, from the table to the chair. And we got the ability now to kind of like pan in and look. We have to kind of like do it a few times, I think, at a specific moment like that. And then they move once again over to the elevator, which is now currently spawned, and time will be coming up now. So that is a speed run of the preview builds. Again, we skipped a lot of the kind of the fun quirky bits of the game, the lore, the documents and stuff like that. So I didn't get to reveal to you too much, but you can check some of the other videos that are about at the moment from some of the press outlets like IGN, for example. They go into it a little bit more, and they do show you the actual they do show you the items and the things that you can pick up, and it's really cool, is all I'm gonna say. Now, I'd like to say I want to speedrun this when this comes out. I really want to speedrun this. So, my productions, you know I'm going to be hitting you up very soon about that. You know that. But easy that. So, at the top right, you can see that there's two timers. One is the top timer of the game time, and the one underneath it is the real-time attack. So, basically, the top time removes the loads, basically. So, that big introduction where it had the text, it removed that time. So, there probably is more ways that I can remove such time, like that little cutscene where you're talking to the chief over there. I could probably remove that as like load remove time, because you know you don't have any functionality. But I digress. There's a lot more work that can be done with the auto splitter over the course of the game's production. And again, this game hopefully will be coming out very soon. I believe it does have a 2025 release date. Don't quote me on that, but I wish it for this year. This game promises something very, very cool. That's all I'm gonna say. Once again, the demo is out. Go and check the demo if you can. It gives you a lot more lore and a lot more for understanding before going into this Act 2 aspect of things as well. And once again, huge shouts to Y Productions for letting me check out the preview build. I'm totally grateful to be able to work with any kind of development or any kind of publishers. So, and to be able to showcase these upcoming games before its release. So again, if you did enjoy watching this video and enjoying the speedruns, you can follow me on twitch.tv/Nikoheart. You can follow me on YouTube. You can hit that subscribe button. You can do all the things. Definitely come follow me on YouTube. I'm going to be doing a lot of fun content very, very soon. Friday, the 31st of January, which at the point of this upload, which is tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a Vampire Survivors a speedrun. from base game all the way up to the O2 Castlevania DLC, in which I got to try to unlock the final secret character, boasting about a 16-hour speedrun. I'm going to try to upload that to YouTube. It's probably going to have to be 2 parts because of the YouTube video length, but that's fine. That's fine. So, aside from that, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this preview build look, and expect more Karma the Dark World speedruns on this channel upon release very, very soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and yeah, have a lovely day. Bye!